صلى الله على محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم.
Chapter on what is said regarding the characteristics of paradise and the fact that it has already been created and does exist now. And Abu al-Aliya said, "The people of paradise will not have menses, urine, or spittle. Whenever they are given a thing and then another thing, they will say, 'We have already been provided with this,' for they are given things similar in shape but different in taste. The bunches of fruits will be near to them, and they will pluck fruits as they like." The rest of the chapter is the interpretation of some of the Quranic words concerning the characteristics of paradise and the people who live in it. Such words are not translated. Narrated by Abdullah bin Umar, may Allah be pleased with them, Allah's Messenger, peace be upon him, said, "When any one of you dies, his destination is displayed before him in the forenoon and in the afternoon. So if he is from the people of paradise, he is shown his place in paradise. And if he is from the people of hell, he is shown his place in hell." Narrated Imran bin Hussein, the Prophet, peace be upon him, said, "I looked at paradise and found poor people forming the majority of its inhabitants, and I looked at hell and saw the majority of its inhabitants were women." Narrated Abu Hurairah, may Allah be pleased with him, while we were in the company of the Prophet, peace be upon him, he said, "While I was asleep, I saw myself in paradise, and there I beheld a woman making ablution beside a palace. I asked, 'To whom does this palace belong?' They said, 'To Umar ibn al-Khattab.' Then I remembered Umar's ghayrah concerning women, and so I quickly went away from that palace. Umar wept when he heard this from the Prophet, peace be upon him, and said, 'How dare I think of my ghayrah being offended by you, O Allah's Messenger?" Footnote: Ghayrah, the word covers a wide meaning. Jealousy as regards women, and also it is a feeling of great fury and anger when one's honor and prestige is injured or challenged. Narrated Abdullah bin Qais al-Ash'ari, the Prophet, peace be upon him, said, "A tent in paradise is like a hollow pearl which is 30 miles in height, and on every corner of the tent a believer will have a family that cannot be seen by others." Narrated Abu Imran in another narration, the tent is 60 miles in height. Narrated Abu Hurairah, may Allah be pleased with him, Allah's Messenger, peace be upon him, said, "Allah said, I have prepared for my pious slaves things which have neither been seen by an eye, nor heard by an ear, nor even imagined by a human being." If you wish, you can recite this verse from the noble Quran. No person knows what is kept hidden for them of joy. Quran, chapter 32, verse 17. Narrated Abu Hurairah, may Allah be pleased with him, Allah's Messenger, peace be upon him, said, "The first group of people who will enter paradise will be glittering like the moon on a full moon night. They will neither spit therein, nor blow their noses, nor relieve nature. Their utensils therein will be of gold, and their combs of gold and silver. In their censers the aloes wood will be used, and their sweat will smell like musk. Every one of them will have 2 wives. The marrow of the bones of the wives' legs will be seen through the flesh out of excessive beauty. They, that is, the people of paradise, will neither have differences nor hatred amongst themselves. Their hearts will be as if one heart, and they will be glorifying Allah in the morning and in the afternoon." Narrated Abu Hurairah, may Allah be pleased with him, Allah's Messenger, peace be upon him, said, "The first batch of people who will enter paradise will be glittering like the moon on a full moon night, and those who will enter next will be glittering like the brightest star. Their hearts will be as if the heart of a single man, for they will have neither any differences nor any enmity amongst themselves, and every one of them shall have 2 wives, each of whom will be so beautiful, pure, and transparent that the marrow of the bones of their legs will be seen through the flesh. They will be glorifying Allah in the morning and afternoon, and will never fall ill. And they will neither blow their noses nor spit. Their utensils will be of gold and silver, and their combs will be of gold. and the fuel used in their censers will be the aloes wood, and their sweat will smell like musk. Narrated Sahal bin Sa'ad, may Allah be pleased with him. The Prophet, peace be upon him, said, Verily, 70,000 or 700,000 of my followers will enter paradise altogether, so that the first and the last amongst them will enter at the same time, and their faces will be glittering like the moon on a full moon night. Narrated Anas bin Malik, may Allah be pleased with him. A silken cloak was presented to the Prophet, peace be upon him, and he used to forbid the usage of silk by men. When the people were fascinated by the cloak, he said, By him, Allah, in whose hands the soul of Muhammad is, the handkerchiefs of Sa'ad bin Mu'adh in paradise are better than this. Narrated Al-Bara bin Azib, may Allah be pleased with them, Allah's Messenger, peace be upon him, was given a silken garment, and its beauty and delicacy astonished the people. On that, Allah's Messenger, peace be upon him, said, No doubt, the handkerchiefs of Sa'ad bin Mu'adh in paradise are better than this. Narrated Sahal bin Sa'ad as-Sa'idi, Allah's Messenger, peace be upon him, said, A place in paradise equal to the size of a lash is better than the whole world and whatever is in it. Narrated Anas bin Malik, may Allah be pleased with him. The Prophet, peace be upon him, said, There is a tree in paradise which is so big and huge that if a rider travels in its shade for 100 years, he will not be able to cross it. Narrated Abu Hurairah, may Allah be pleased with him. The Prophet, peace be upon him, said, There is a tree in paradise which is so big and huge that a rider could travel in its shade for 100 years. And if you wish, you can recite, In shade long extended. Quran, chapter 56, verse 30. And a place in paradise equal to an arrow bow of one of you is better than the whole earth on which the sun rises and sets. Narrated Abu Hurairah, may Allah be pleased with him. The Prophet, peace be upon him, said, The first batch of people who will enter paradise will be glittering like the moon on a full moon night, and the batch next to them will be glittering like the most brilliant star in the sky. Their hearts will be as if the heart of a single man, for they will have neither enmity nor jealousy amongst themselves. Everyone will have 2 wives from the hur, who will be so beautiful, pure, and transparent that the marrow of the bones of their legs will be seen through the bones and the flesh. See Hadith number 1382. Narrated Al-Bara bin Azib, may Allah be pleased with them. The Prophet, peace be upon him, after the death of his son Ibrahim, said, There is a wet nurse for him, that is, Ibrahim in paradise. See Hadith number 1382. Narrated Abu Sa'id al-Khudri, may Allah be pleased with him. The Prophet, peace be upon him, said, The people of paradise will look at the dwellers of Al-Ghuruf, the lofty mansions, that is, a superior place in paradise, in the same way as one looks at a brilliant star far away in the east or in the west on the horizon. All that is because of their superiority over one another in rewards. On that the people said, O Allah's Messenger, are these residences lofty mansions for the prophets which nobody else can reach? The Prophet, peace be upon him, replied, No, by him, Allah, in whose hands my soul is, these are for the men who believed in Allah and also believed in the messengers.